Hi, Nusipo here. Today I want to talk to you about spiritual practices. We are going to discuss a little bit of what spiritual practices are, and I'll share with you 3 spiritual practices that I use every day, that I have used for the past 4 years to ground myself, to get to know myself, and to just find a more meaningful purpose in life. So let's get into it. So what is a spiritual practice? Basically, a spiritual practice is anything that you particularly put your intention in practicing within your day to ground you, to give you a bit of a sense of self-knowledge within yourself, and also to give you a sense of being connected with a higher power of your understanding. So we use spiritual practices on a day-to-day basis to exercise our intention, to be in the present moment, to seek to know ourselves on a deeper level, like I said, and also to just have an increased communication with the God of our understanding. For me, spiritual practices have played a pivotal role in becoming more confident, in becoming more intentional in my life, and in becoming more able to communicate my needs, my wants, and just a lot of things that I've had a bit of challenges in the past communicating to people, to myself, and to just understand where my life is going. One of those practices, like I said, I was going to mention 3, is meditation. Meditation has formed a quite considerable sort of cornerstone in my day, because I meditate 3 times a day, and it's something that anybody that knows me knows that I advocate to anybody to start doing. It doesn't have to be connected to any religious sort of practice. It doesn't have to be connected to some cultural sort of practice that you might say it belongs to a certain culture. It is something that you practice within yourself, for yourself, to get to know yourself, to get to introspect within yourself what is the core beliefs that you have about yourself, about the world, about God. It gets you to open up in terms of asking yourself the deep life questions about where your life is going, what things mean to you, and what people mean to you. And by doing that introspection and contemplation, you get to understand your core values, your deep yearnings within your heart of what it is that you want to create within your life. And you also get to understand the links, different links of what each of the people that you deem important in your life are there for, and how you can best show up for them and support them in a way that serves both you and those people in your life. So meditation is one of those habits that I do not skim on. Secondly is prayer. Prayer is a very multifaceted sort of exercise that we all do in our own different ways. But the sort of prayer that I like doing is the affirmative prayer method, which is a prayer method where you go into a space of knowing within yourself that whatever you pray for, you have already received. It's a sort of different sort of method than the normal sort of prayer that we normally do, of asking God for things and to plead God to do things in our lives that we need done. But this sort of method frames it in a way that we already are sure and we already are convicted within ourselves that whatever it is that we deem to be ours to do, or something that we want for our lives, it is already happening right here, right now. So we get ourselves in that sort of intentional space of confirming it as done before we even see it in the physical world. And the third sort of practice that I do on a regular basis that I do not skim on is affirmations. They boost confidence. They are statements of faith about yourself, about your world, whatever it is that you are wanting to affirm as a new sort of way of being within yourself. You can program your mind to release all of the gunk that you have believed about yourself and reprogram it by repeating these statements that you are now wanting to make true in your life routinely within your day. So those are the 3 sort of practices that I use. Again, it's meditation, it is affirmative prayer, and it is affirmations.